Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Williams, and I am the teacher for Career Technical Education Sports Medicine 1. So, tonight is back to school night, and I'll be going over the benefits of this course for your children and also what they'll be learning in this course. So, a little bit about myself first. My name is Alex Williams. It's my fourth year as a teacher. I've been teaching the CTE sports medicine classes since 2017. I served 5 years as a first responder for the Hamilton High School Athletics Department, and I served as the first responder from 2015 to 2020. This is going to be my first year not being the first responder for Hamilton. I got my Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from Cal State San Marcos, and I graduated in 2014. Right now, I'm working on my master's degree from Concordia University, Irvine, and I'm going to be working on a Master of Science in Coaching and Exercise Sciences, so it's related to the sports medicine field. I have a National Registry of Emergency Medical Technician certification, so I'm certified as an EMT. I have a Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist certification from the National Strength and Conditioning Association. I have a Performance Enhancement Specialist certification from the National Academy of Sports Medicine, and I have a Corrective Exercise Specialist certification from the National Academy of Sports Medicine. And then finally, I have a Basic Life Support Instructor certification from the American Heart Association. So I'm credentialed to teach CPR classes. So depending on the course your students are taking, they may receive CPR certification. We certify the students in advanced sports medicine, but they learn the basics of CPR in every course. So for contact information, if you need to get a hold of me through email, my email is awilliams2@hemetusd.org. You can call me at the school extension 951-763-1865, extension 1402. And then if you do try to reach me, I try to only respond to phone calls or emails between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. That way I do have a bit of a boundary between my work life and my personal life. So I try to keep my responses between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. If you email me after those hours, I'll get back to you the next day, and I'll get back to you within 24 hours. So first thing is, what is CTE? So some of you are maybe wondering this. CTE stands for Career Technical Education. It used to be called ROP, but they changed the name to CTE. And what it is it's a program of study that involves a multi-year sequence of courses that integrates core academic knowledge with technical and occupational knowledge to provide students with a pathway to post-secondary education and careers. So it's a vocational program that prepares students for college or a career in the chosen field. So this particular CTE class is in the health science pathway, and I'll go over that a little bit more soon. And it's a multi-year sequence. So essentially, the students will complete a pathway in the CTE industry, and that basically shows that they have the foundational knowledge in that field for an entry-level position after high school. So what is sports medicine? Sports medicine is the branch of medicine that deals with prevention, research, education, evaluation, treatment, and rehabilitation that occur to athletes in the active population of all ages. So sports medicine doesn't just deal with competitive athletes like high school athletes, college athletes, professional athletes. It also includes any injuries that occur from physical activity. So you could see a sports medicine professional, even if you are like a 65-year-old tennis player who sprains their ankle while they're playing tennis. So essentially, it's the branch of medicine that deals with injuries or illnesses associated with physical activity. And then those who work in sports medicine must draw from a vast array of disciplines, including anatomy, physiology, kinesiology, strength training, psychology, and nutrition. So it's a very broad field, and it has its ties with all those disciplines, and it's a part of the healthcare sector. So CTE Sports Medicine 1 is part of the health science and medical technology industry sector. This includes other courses such as allied health, which teaches you the basics of medical assisting. But essentially, sports medicine is part of the health science pathway. At our school, it is the concentrator course in the sports medicine pathway. So the concentrator is kind of like the introductory course where the students learn the basic foundations of the field. And in order to complete the pathway, the students must complete Sports Medicine 1 and Advanced Sports Medicine. So if your students are in Sports Medicine 1, I highly recommend they take the Advanced Sports Medicine course so they can get the full experience in this field. And then transferable skills that the students will walk away with from this course. So I know a lot of the students won't actually work in the sports medicine field, so I wanted to focus on what kind of skills they could carry with them when they pursue further education or go into a career after high school. So they'll have the knowledge of the injury prevention and wellness promotion principles in the field of sports medicine, which is useful no matter what, because for wellness promotion, we go over nutrition and then physical fitness principles. So they can use this for the rest of their lives to be healthy individuals. And then knowledge of the proper emergency management methods in the field of sports medicine. We go over first aid and CPR, so this is something they can use the rest of their lives as well. They'll learn career search skills. That's the unit we're covering right now. They learn how to look up employment demands. They look up projections for careers over the next 5 to 10 years. They look up requirements for careers. They decide on career paths that they want to pursue in the future. They learn how to write resumes. They learn how to write cover letters. And they do a mock interview to practice interview skills. They learn verbal and written communication skills. So the verbal skills they develop through like class discussions, and the written communication skills they learn through written assignments. Teamwork skills, they develop this by working in groups. Public speaking skills, they develop this by doing presentations. Research skills, they develop this by doing projects where I have them research things on the internet using reputable sources. And then critical thinking and problem solving skills, they need to, in the course, they learn how to make decisions using evidence-based practice. And then an example of that would be an athlete's down on the field using what you've learned. What do you need to do? And then professionalism. So they learn how to have a strong work ethic, how to arrive on time, how to act appropriately, and other things like that. So these are all skills that they can carry with them the rest of their lives. So a little bit about the course. I'm just going to go over the different units we cover in the course. The first unit we're covering this year is employability skills and professional development. I normally cover this later in the year, but since we're online, I covered this first because it's an easy unit to do online, and that way it opens up more time for the hands-on skills to learn when we return to school later on this year. And then the next unit is Introduction to Sports Medicine. This teaches them what sports medicine is and the various careers available in the field of sports medicine. Ethical and legal considerations. They learn about basic healthcare ethics, and they learn about various laws such as HIPAA, which protects patient privacy. And this allows them to understand the legal implications that you need to know if you work in this field. Then we go over medical conditions, so they learn about how to recognize and manage conditions such as asthma emergencies, diabetic emergencies, and other medical conditions they might encounter. Then we cover emergency preparedness and assessment. So in this section, they learn first aid and CPR. And one of the things they learn is bleeding control, backboarding for somebody with a spine injury, splinting for someone with a fracture or dislocation. And they also learn how to develop an emergency action plan, which is an important part of any athletics department. We also cover infection control and bloodborne pathogens. So we go over standard precautions. This year in that unit, when we go over infection control, I'll be talking about COVID because that's a hot topic right now. And then vital signs assessment, they learn how to do basic vital signs such as blood pressure, auscultation with a stethoscope, and other vital signs that they would be doing in the medical field. Basic life support is CPR for the healthcare professional. Environmental conditions is learning how to respond to heat stroke, hypothermia, and lightning storms. Injuries to tissues is understanding the basics of sprains, strains, fractures, dislocations, and other common injuries that occur in sports medicine. Taping, wrapping, and bracing, they learn how to tape ankles and they learn how to do basic wraps with elastic bandages. Nutrition and weight management, so they learn about sports nutrition and how to apply it to athletes. Physical fitness assessment, they learn how to do fitness testing, which is important in the field of athletic training because when an athlete is recovering from an injury, you want to make sure that they are fully recovered and able to do the conditioning that is required for the sport. And then strength and conditioning is the final unit we cover. And in this unit, we go over strength training, cardiovascular exercise, and flexibility exercise, and its importance in health promotion and also in performance enhancement for athletes. So this class is great for people who want to be personal trainers, coaches, physical therapists, athletic trainers, strength and conditioning coaches, physical education teachers, sports dietitians, sports psychologists, sports medicine physicians, and any other career in the health, fitness, or medical field. Because a lot of these skills carry over to other fields as well. So if somebody wants to be a nurse, the basics they learn in this class will still help them when they go through nursing school. And then finally, articulation. By taking this course, the students will receive community college credit from Mount San Jacinto for Physical Education 110, Prevention and Care of Athletic Injuries. So in order to get that college credit, they have to take a final exam at the end of the year and pass it with a B or higher. If they get an A or a B on the test, they get an A or a B in the college class. If they get a C, they get a P for pass on their transcript for the college credit. This college credit is transferable to any college or university that has an equivalent course, and this could count as an elective class for students if they decide to major in something other than kinesiology or athletic training. So mostly, I just want your students to walk away from this course with a feeling of accomplishment and knowledge that they can use to inspire them to pursue a career in the medical field, and I want them to enjoy the learning experience. I want them to have fun in the class. I try to make the class as enjoyable as possible, so that way the students want to come to class each day. And today we're going to have a live question and answer session with everybody on Google Meet. If you have questions for me, you can ask me about them there.